The movie begins with Roy and his family moving into an old, abandoned house that people say is haunted. Jess feels uneasy and finds deep claw marks in the basement, possibly from the last owner. No one knows the house's dark past. 3 people were killed there. Jess finds a crow that looks dead, but it suddenly comes back to life. At the same time, Denise, who is cleaning the house, has a strange experience. When she lifts a quilt, she sees a pair of pale legs under it. Denise doesn't notice, but her son Ben sees them. That night, Roy hears a child playing but finds no one in the room. Ben dances alone in a strange and creepy way.
Go to sleep. Good boy. Daddy loves you.
Later, Roy and Jess go to the town's general store. Roy talks about his plan to grow sunflowers next year and make extra money by selling the seeds. When Roy opens the car trunk to unload the seeds, a group of angry crows attack and start eating them. One even bites Roy. A strong man with a shotgun shows up and scares the birds away. He says his name is Borwell, and he's a drifter looking for work. Roy quickly hires him to help with the sunflowers, and they agree to share the profits from the harvest. Borwell takes a liking to Roy and stays to work the land. Before long, the sunflowers grow a meter tall, glowing golden under the sun. A beautiful sight, but the house across from the field still radiates a sense of evil. One day, Ben sees a ghostly figure with a pale face climbing onto the roof from the iron ladder. Fearless, Ben isn't scared and eagerly leaves his meal to play with the ghost. He follows the shadow to the basement door and tries to open it. Luckily, Denise arrives just in time to stop him. When she asks what he's doing, Ben just smiles silently, staring at the door. Later, Roy badly injures his hand with a harvester and needs stitches in the city hospital. Before leaving, Denise asks Jess to watch over Ben. While Jess is cooking dinner, she hears footsteps upstairs. When she goes to check, the stair railing suddenly collapses. Then, the furniture starts shaking, lights flicker, and a woman's scream echoes through the house. Jess grabs Ben and calls for help, saying something is inside the house.
911, what's your emergency?
I think there's something in my house.
I need you to get everybody out of the house as quickly as possible. We'll send a car immediately. Ma'am, are you alone?
No,
Suddenly, a toy car moves on its own. Ben follows it to the basement door, which eerily opens by itself. Jess arrives too late. The car is at the threshold, but Ben has vanished. As she reaches for it, the car activates, as if guiding her to the basement. Jess is terrified. It's pitch dark. Suddenly, Ben appears behind her. Relieved, Jess tries to go to him, but a large hand grabs her from behind and pulls her inside. Her head is forced down despite her struggle, but her will to survive prevails, and she manages to crawl out. Roy and Jess rush home and are confronted by a terrified Jess. Since no physical damage is found, everyone assumes she's hallucinating due to stress from rural life. Roy is upset and warns her not to make things up.
What'd John say?
Well, he said it was easy to understand someone getting scared their first night alone out here. But that he didn't see anything unusual in the house.
Mom, please believe me. I'm not making this up. I'm telling the truth.
Just please. Just stop.
Later that night, Jess wakes to strange sounds and finds Ben getting out of bed. When she asks if he hears them too, Ben points to the study and says, "They're inside." Nervously, Jess checks the study, which appears empty, until someone whispers her name. Ben points again, revealing a faint image of a woman behind Jess. A chill runs down her spine, but Ben fearlessly tries to touch the figure. Jess turns quickly, but the woman has vanished. The next day, Jess asks her new boyfriend Bobby if he knows anything about the house, like whether it's haunted. Bobby says the Rollins family moved out 10 years ago, and the house has been abandoned since. As kids, they used to explore it in groups and sometimes heard strange noises from the basement, but they were too scared to go down. Determined to uncover the truth, Jess ventures into the basement alone. There, she finds a pocket watch and a painting of a happy family of 4. Suddenly, several large hands reach out and try to drag her into the darkness. She breaks free and runs upstairs, spotting a little boy standing in the sunflower field. Under the bright sun, she chases him to a nearby barn. Suddenly, a mysterious voice warns her that Burwell, the man helping them on the farm, is dangerous, and she must stay away from him. This was a crucial clue. Jess spotted a boy squatting in a corner. Assuming he was a neighborhood child, she approached, but when he turned, Jess was terrified by his face.
Can you hear me? What's wrong?
Without warning, he lunged at her. Roy and Denise took Jess to the hospital. She had claw marks on her body. Jess claimed that a boy in the shed had attacked her, but Roy didn't believe her. He thought she was self-harming to get attention. Roy reminded her that times were hard between Ben's accident and his own unemployment, and urged her to stay calm, as the upcoming sunflower harvest would help them financially. Frustrated, Jess returned home. The pocket watch on the table suddenly opened by itself, revealing a photo of a very familiar woman. Jess felt she had seen her somewhere before. She and Bobby rushed to the department store, where Jess found the woman from the photo on a newspaper-covered wall. The article revealed that the woman's husband was none other than Burwell, the man working on their farm. Jess immediately had a bad feeling about him. Meanwhile, Roy assumed Jess had run away and rushed out to search for her. Back at the house, Ben pointed behind Denise, but when she looked, she saw nothing. She asked Ben what he saw, and he pulled a strange face at her, which unsettled her. As she turned, a ghostly spirit emerged from the wall. The scene then cuts to Burwell working in the field. He notices a ghostly shadow nearby. Suddenly, a flock of crows gathers above the house, as if summoned. As Burwell watches, the crows swoop down and attack him relentlessly. When he wakes up, covered in blood, memories flash through his mind. He is revealed to be the original owner of the house, a gambler who suffered from dissociative identity disorder. In a fit of rage, he murdered his 2 sons and his wife. Burwell, now fully taken over by evil, thinks Denise is his wife and slaps her hard. Denise ignores the pain, grabs Ben, and hides in a room. Meanwhile, Jess and Bobby rush back home. As they walk down the hallway, a pitchfork suddenly comes out of the wall and almost hits them. They run downstairs, but Jess says she has to save Ben. While they're talking, Burwell knocks Bobby out. Jess hides in the basement and finds Denise, who is now scared and panicking. She finally believes Jess. As Burwell tries to enter the room, Jess breaks a light and blocks the window with boxes, making the room completely dark. When Burwell opens the door, he only sees darkness. Soon, he breaks open the ceiling, and sunlight comes in. At that moment, Roy gets home. Bobby wakes up and tells him that Jess and Denise are in the basement and that he must hurry. Jess hears Roy's voice and stands up. But as Roy enters, Burwell stabs him in the back. Jess sees Roy hurt, grabs a shovel, and Denise tries to help, but they can't stop Burwell. Just as Burwell is about to stab Jess with a pitchfork, a pile of mud comes to life and pulls him in. It's the ghost of his wife and children. Burwell screams one last time before everything goes quiet. The movie ends here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.